Holly. Happy Friday. Good to see you. Thank you for joining me tonight. Now, your winner of the week is Anthony Albanese after his successful meeting with Donald Trump.
He's had quite the week, really. I think that meeting went as well as could possibly been hoped for by him. I think the only thing he and his team may have been a little bit disappointed in was the fact that so much of the coverage was swallowed up by Kevin Rudd and his previous commentary around the president. But certainly I think Albanese, whether it was the AUKUS or the critical minerals deal, both of those things were really good things for him to be able to bed down. I have to say I was a bit of a cynic. I thought that this meeting may actually never happen. I think he may have been wanting to try and avoid meeting with Donald Trump in person, certainly in an event that could have been embarrassing. But look, from his perspective, I think it went as well as it could have. And as Australians, we should all be pleased. I'm no fan of Albanese, but as Australians, we should all be pleased that our relationship with the US is clearly on very strong footing.
Oh, look, I agree. I think we were all maybe expecting maybe Anthony Albanese to get a dressing down, but it ended up being the elephant in the room, Kevin Rudd, which I thought was quite delicious. But overall, it was a very successful trip. But, you know, he's come back now. He's got to face the music because there's a lot of issues on the home front. So let's see how this week in Parliament pans out. Now, Holly, my winner this week is former Israeli hostage Elia Cohen. He was released from Hamas captivity 8 months ago. And this week he proposed to his long-term girlfriend who survived the Nova Music Festival massacre. Have a look at this. Holly, I just thought that was just so nice. After everything that the pair have been through, they've found happiness and now they're going to get married. I thought it was beautiful. What do you think?
Oh, absolutely beautiful. That your winner of the week is the winner of the week. That is just absolutely beautiful. And, you know, when we were packing to start our move the other week, I found my yellow pin that I have worn for many, many months and years now, that it was acknowledging the hostages. And it's so lovely that pin didn't have to come out with me and be something that I had sort of easy access to, because it's so wonderful. I mean, obviously devastating those that didn't return alive, but the ones that were all alive are now returned and back with their families. And this is just absolutely beautiful. And I'm just so happy for them. And I hope that all the hostages manage to find some peace and happiness in their lives as they move forward.
I completely agree. Perfect sentiment. Now, your loser this week is the push for net zero. It's doomed.
I think net zero, boom, finished, gone. And I mean, you know, I've been saying since I left Parliament and beyond that, you know, I really felt net zero was a bit of a red herring in the fact that there is absolutely no achievable pathway to it in reality. And it's now a sort of a catchphrase that most people don't even really understand what it means. But I think, you know, I gave Albanese the winner of the week because part of that is the critical minerals deal. Now, the thing about critical minerals, it's all good to get the critical minerals out. It's about the refinement of them. And if we really want to be the West sufficient when it comes to critical minerals, we are going to have to put our big boy pants on and actually start to look at refining them ourselves, not sending them to China for refinement where 90% of refinement is occurring. And so for any of that to happen, they are going to have to get over a whole lot of their net zero aspirations, because we're going to make this work. It ain't going to be under their safeguard mechanism.
No, and it's sending us broken backwards in the process. So I couldn't agree with you more, absolutely. Now, my loser this week is the Bureau of Meteorology. I don't know if you've seen their new website update, Holly. I think it is an absolute shocker. I was confused when I went on there the other day, and it looks as though I'm not the only one. Social media has been flooded with complaints, and it's cost us $4 million to do it as well. Why wouldn't they just stick to what works, Holly? We're almost out of time, but have you seen it? What do you think of it?
You know what, as my husband says, he wants to be someone who works at the bomb sometimes because you can just have a guess and there's zero consequences if you're wrong. How we know what the temperature is going to be in 100 years' time when we can't work out what it's going to be on Saturday afternoon. But, you know, the bomb, I just prefer them to get their predictions right and what's actually going to happen as opposed to worry too much about their website. But again,
I agree.
taxpayer dollars, yours are my money, for what?
For what? Exactly. More confusion. Absolutely ridiculous. Holly Hughes, have a nice weekend. Thanks so much for your time this evening.